This summer, while living in the UK, I had some time off work and decided to check off a bucket list destination, Switzerland. My journey began by driving from Cleethorpes, where I was living, to Manchester and taking a flight to Geneva. I didn't know much about Geneva, except that it's very expensive, is home to Rolex, and is a major center for finance. It was also the cheapest flight from the UK to Switzerland. I didn't spend much time in the city, but what I did see was pretty, especially the area around the water, if not a bit touristy. From Geneva, I took a train to Zermatt, the famous mountain town in the shadow of the Matterhorn. Switzerland is known for their trains, and rightfully so. The train up the valley to Zermatt was one of the most enjoyable travel experiences of my life. Quiet, comfortable, and breathtaking scenery. This was unlike any train I'd ever been on. Getting off the train in Zermatt, I was a bit surprised to see so many luxury shops and jewelry stores, but as soon as you get out of town, it gets pretty rugged and you're reminded that you're in the Swiss Alps. I booked a room at Edelweiss Zermatt, a quaint hike-to hostel 1,000 feet above the town, perched on a rock outcropping. I had no plans for Zermatt except to hike and enjoy the mountains. I enjoyed dinner and a beer on the patio and watched as an ibex snacked in the meadow outside my window. After a great night's sleep, I woke up to perfect weather and decided to walk down into the town center and up the other side of the valley to the Riffelalp. The hike was quiet and serene. Every so often, there was a view of the Matterhorn through the trees. Arriving at Riffelalp, I was treated to a magnificent view of the mountain and ate lunch in a meadow while paragliders sailed over me. I then hiked back down to Zermatt and walked through the cemetery, as well as a few shops and stores, before returning to Edelweiss and rest my tired legs. The next day started with rain and clouds, so I sat inside with some coffee and hoped for sunshine. When the weather broke, I started my day. The weather here is impossible to predict, so be prepared for all weather conditions in all seasons. It was a pretty easy day, just walking around the valley and enjoying the surroundings and taking in the view of the Matterhorn. My last morning in Zermatt, I awoke to perfect weather once again and helped cut firewood for the barbecue that would be hosted at the hostel that afternoon. Rico and Pip were great hosts, and I can't wait to return to Zermatt and visit them at Edelweiss once again. The next leg of my journey would take me to Thun, a small city between Bern, the capital, and Interlaken, another famous tourist town. I then traveled up the valley to the most scenic town I've ever visited, Lauterbrunnen. You've seen pictures of it even if you don't know the name. It's a must-see destination if you're in the Interlaken area. From Lauterbrunnen, I hiked up the mountain to Murren, where I sipped coffee and watched paragliders sail past as they descended to the valley floor. The rain set in once again, so I took the tram down the mountain and spent the rest of the afternoon exploring Interlaken before returning to Thun to rest my legs after yet another long day in the mountains. I decided to spend my last full day hiking from Kandersteg up to Oschinensee. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, so please leave a comment below about how it's actually pronounced. There are a couple of guest houses and restaurants on the shore of the lake, and it does get a little busy, but if you start early and are willing to walk around the shore of the lake, you'll be treated to stunning views of an alpine lake surrounded by rugged peaks. I hope to return to Kandersteg and stay a few nights by the lake. I returned to Geneva and slept as hard as I ever have before catching a flight back to Manchester. My only regret was not having more time there. If you liked this video or are interested in traveling to Switzerland yourself, please comment below and I'll make a video detailing travel cost, logistics, and lessons I learned along the way. Thanks for watching.